It's crazy, man.
Hey, here we are. I think episode 6. Episode 6, I believe. No,
Six.
Are we
no,
counting?
no. This is actually going to be like episode 8.
Really?
Wow.
No, I lied. I'm really bad at math. This is going to be episode 7. This is The Force Awakens.
Oh God, no.
No.
I mean,
Excuse
yeah,
me.
no.
Yeah, because
that's a big no.
Yeah, I'm posting a different episode tomorrow, and then yes. Hi, welcome to the Kinda Late Show. I'm your host, Terence, and these are my Gundams. These are my co-hosts today. I have good old Jordan, and we have Anika on screen, and this is her second episode because the episode before this
Cheers.
will be her first episode on screen. So,
Yay.
here we all are.
Yes.
We finally get to see her face.
Yes.
Yes. No makeup on today, so.
Nah, it's
It's
cool.
okay.
The camera's kind of blurry, and you're in the
Yeah.
in the background. So
We're not married.
I mean, I washed
We're
my
not wearing
face, it's
makeup
fine.
either.
I mean, it's the internet. People are gonna be like, she has long hair.
Hardly, it's all
You
up right
can't
now.
even see. I'm looking.
Well, either way, I'm censoring that because I don't want creeps on the internet looking at. Well, I guess a lot of people.
Will they
see
send me
that.
money?
I mean, if they send you money, then
You gotta drop the Cash App tag.
No.
Well,
we had topics, but
We want to talk about music.
well, yeah, music. We wanted to do
Because
music
you
first.
have me and Jordan here today. So.
Yeah, and this has to be a timeless episode because
His reasons.
yeah, well, just because it's not live, and I don't like paying attention to the news cycle because it changes so fast. So I'd rather talk about just
If you were doing like a daily show, it'd be a little different.
yeah. But we're doing a weekly show that's pre-recorded, so it's like no, let's just do some like topics that like gonna have some lasting tangibility.
I love that we're explaining this all for the viewers. It's very, very.
I'm glad we're
important they
explaining this for the
understand.
viewers.
it's what you gotta do. It's what you gotta do. Cause like at the end of the day, people are gonna see this and be like, "What? What is this podcast even about?"
Well, and then like this isn't even really a podcast. This is just a show.
yeah, it's a show. Yeah, it's
Like
a
because I
whole
mean
show.
I could set it
It's a
up to
show.
be like a whole podcast format.
Yeah,
but-
that's true. That's true. Like
You know,
it's a
you
visual.
did have other
There's visual.
like specific ideas and whatever. That's
I've,
growth.
I've
That's
just,
time.
I want the show to grow.
Time.
Eventually, we'll do skits and everything. But
put,
for
put our
now.
improv training actually.
yeah, and again, our skits will also be another pre-recorded thing. Even if we like live stream the show, it'd be easy to fit in a live or a pre-recorded skit because I'm figuring out the technology's pretty. It makes it easy.
Everything.
Music. The main thing that we wanted to go into. And we have to feature our tonight's drink because we like doing that. So I'm gonna go my co-host Cam. Tonight's drink is
The boys
It's
are having
Everyday Zombies. It's been a lot of paperback this week. I was contemplating to actually like go with a different brand, but you know, paperback really just has these cool ass just artwork on there, and just like the covers are so
They're like movie.
they just draw they just draw you to it, and it's like, oh, I gotta buy that.
I'll give you guys that. Like the art's been really cool on
Yeah.
the beers you've been getting.
It's the same brand too, so
That's one of the nice things about like
yeah.
specifically like the liquor store by your place.
Yeah, my old spot. Ah, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always stop by there, even though because I work in West Hollywood anyway. So yeah, I just like literally just go down the street and on my way home buy like some fancy beers, some
Right.
craft beers.
Music.
You had a specific. Apparently this was based off of a
Yes,
conversation the
we
two
had
of
we
you
had a previous
had
conversation before
that
about
I was
how,
not privy to.
because we were listening to you had put something on that was pretty new. It was pretty new. Then I talked.
Oh, in the chat, in your guys' chat.
no, I think this was like we were just chilling.
Okay.
Shoot,
This had been the Saturday when we were
we were like helping Sean
yeah,
curate.
because we were like throwing around. Each of us had control of the.
Yeah,
speaker for a little bit.
Yeah.
So Jordan and I wound up talking about how music kind of just got back into like being or from like how we got to the 80s and everything became synths and all that.
Yeah.
And then the 90s happened, grunge took over. We had a whole another rock movement.
Right.
Then the 2000s happened and we had rock
we're-
that came out of that. But it was really like hip hop and that built up what was happening with like synths and stuff in the 80s, and now we're kind of back in
Even
the type of
in
80s music that we were getting back then. It's not we're getting now,
I mean, even in alternative, yeah,
and it's
you've
kind
seen
of
a
like
really a big
and it's
draw
kind
and
of
like
cyberpunky.
yeah.
Yeah, the whole
Okay, yeah, no, I'll give you that. I'm like thinking like immediately, fucking Fallout Boy comes to mind.
Yeah, like even I was gonna say,
And
like even like a lot of
let's
the
not
punk,
get into my gripe with Fallout
even
Boy.
even a lot of the punk,
yeah, they've gone electronic
It
in
is
yeah, a lot of
heavily
recently.
punk bands
electronics,
were
and
doing
Yeah.
that.
I wasn't sure what it was at first. I'm sure it's a combination of both. If it's the producers kind of reinforcing that, or if it's the artists, or if it's just the new shift in technology because we've come so far since the synths of the 80s, which was already a huge improvement from the synths of the 60s, of the 50s and the 60s, because we had synths back then. We had that sound. We had those classic electric keyboards, and oh god, it's so good.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel like back in the '60s, they made those keyboards sound like goddamn fucking Renaissance music.
it was so good. They're
Oh,
It was
so
good.
good.
Like those organs,
Oh,
basically.
okay.
Yeah,
No,
those
wait, hold
organs,
up.
but
I'm gonna
just
sidetrack for a bit. So our mom likes to go to estate sales. Um, so she came at me one day. She's like, I went to this estate sale, and they had a Wurlitzer, a 1958 Wurlitzer electronic keyboard. Um, and they were gonna sell it to her for $100
ugh,
because nobody had picked
yeah,
it up.
that's
And I was just like, and she's like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Well, we don't have the freaking room for it right now." So and that was where my head was at. But I was
yeah,
also like, I don't even know what condition it's in.
yeah.
I'd have to get like pay to get that repaired. I'm like, and that's why nobody picked it up, because it was sitting there like
You'd have to pay more to get it
there's
repaired than
Than
for how much they were
$100.
selling it for.
I don't yeah
But then again,
yeah,
it's
but
like,
that's also not the worst thing in the world. But it's like you gotta be ready to commit to that, or at least have a plan of how you're gonna do it. And like I had no plan for how to do that. I didn't even have a plan for how to move it, which I just found a piano mover today.
gotta love those estate sales. They got all the good stuff for cheap. You can buy
Bro,
dead people,
cars. You can buy cars for like real cheap at an estate
real
sale, but you
fur,
gotta get there like
real
early.
fur coats.
Sorry, didn't
Back
mean to
to me.
talk about estates. Just so we're talking about
No, it was the
old
Wurlitzer. I have
instrument.
to, yeah,
Yeah,
you were. I mean, Jordan specifically mentioned, the organ. You're like, oh, well, I could have bought one. And
Yeah, but
I was so
they
mad.
would
I've
make
been
it.
beating myself up over that one because it was there. I could have had it for $100. But it cost me my paycheck for the next 6 months to repair it.
so this,
What else are they bringing back though?
well, just like in terms of like the
Sense.
cyberpunk sound,
Yeah.
like, what do you think? Like, what were like? Obviously, I think we have like a big contributor right here to.
Oh yeah, house music, Euro house
I
music.
feel like it's not as there are like there's an actual like after hours underground scene where they do play music kind of like 80s synth pop, or not pop but just like
That's what it was. You were telling me about like a concert you went to.
yeah,
And you were like explaining it. You were like, it was like hip hop, punk, electronica, and I was like, you mean?
no, there was no hip hop. It was like electronica,
You're
kind
like-
of goth vibe.
And I was like, you mean like cyberpunk? And
yeah,
you, and you were like,
it was like that, like gothy kind of. Think of like dungeon, like electronic music, like some shit you would probably hear like
like
some
in like
sex
like in the
dungeon or
like
some
the
shit.
Matrix scene.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So it was like I was totally unprepared because I was supposed to DJ, and I had I had electronic music, but it was still more just kind of more experimental,
Yeah,
like not. And I threw in a little bit of like rap in there because it was like, but
more kind of like ambient hip hop.
yeah, so it wasn't the vibe really. But then again, fuck it, I just opened anyways.
It wasn't like that. Doom, 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 doom,
Yeah.
doom, doom.
It was more like
It's like someone's gonna mix both of those together.
yeah, so it's like a just like cyberpunk vibe, I part of me should have been aware of that, but then I just didn't care. I just threw in whatever, like everything, and whatever, fuck it, I opened, I got paid, and there you go, partying during the pandemic. That's all I wanted to do.
That was that was pretty fun. That phase of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Well, the underground speakeasy parties.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
I like had like a nightmare once that I like went to one of those parties and then like I had like when I came back and then like I don't know how but like in the nightmare that I somehow got under like a COVID blacklight and I just saw like all over my face and I was
It's
like what.
I got it. It's
Yeah.
all
I mean, like
over
that
me.
never happened at any of those parties, but
Yeah.
like
We were like, yeah, considering.
we were going to them like like once every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Almost seemed like every week.
Like you were going like every week. Me and Anika were like
There was
every 2
nothing for
weeks.
us to do.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing really else.
Like
Everything was closed. All we could do was like Uber food and go to the fucking market. It's like because you couldn't even like eat at the restaurants you were Ubering food from.
Yeah.
and like to be fair, we didn't even.
Ordering
Most of the
food
time, we
from.
didn't even spend the whole night there. We like usually just like hung out at like Jordan's place for.
Oh, that
For-
like
for
look,
the
we were
early
going
evening
there
and then we'd go.
before we like I even moved to Hollywood though, so
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it was just yeah, it was pretty much I was all there to do.
You'd get a pretty good mix of like DJs there, in all honesty.
Yeah,
Which was kind of what made it interesting.
honestly, I feel like DJ Baby Unique, the homie, fucking, she brought more variety.
We'll get her on the show one
Yeah,
day.
we
Yeah.
gotta get her on the show.
She brought more variety. You know, it was still just like hip hop mostly, and then maybe. Yeah,
I remember like even the first
threw
one I
some
went
reggae
to.
in
I
there.
remember like the first time I went to one of the shows. Like we wound up talking to this guy, and like he wound up like talking to Baby Unique the whole time, just like, yo, like you were the one like keeping the party up, and like anytime I go, I'll try and like keep it dancing and like keep
Yeah.
moving. Which is weird because it's like if I go to like a bar, like I ain't gonna dance, but like if I was at one of like those like underground shows, like I'm sitting, I'm there in the corner just like looking like an idiot.
You're not the weirdest one there. There's
Yeah,
straight up-
exactly.
You're definitely it's like straight up.
Dude, like
people's-
we saw full on Vogue off there, like
Oh, that was
we
great.
we saw full on two dudes voguing off. It was
Yeah.
it was great.
It was
like
beautiful. It was awesome. The whole floor stopped. There was
You'll
too
see a
much.
lot of.
Uh,
I wouldn't say that's strange, but that is something
it
you will see
wasn't
a lot.
strange. It was cool.
It was cool, but I've also seen a lot of strange.
and you didn't
characters
even, you
there.
Didn't even make it to the Halloween night. Halloween was a
Ah,
they was
dude,
I wish I did.
packed
Like
on
I was
Halloween.
too drunk. I needed
Halloween was
a
crazy.
chaperone.
This has already been. Wait, this. Damn, this was 2000.
This was 2020. This was
wasn't even
2020.
2021. This is 2020.
I really wish I went there. Like I just not. Now she keeps telling me it's like yeah, just me and Simone was just looking there, just bored, just being bugged by dudes, and just like giving everyone the mean face. Like damn, I would love to see that, but I was
Aw, I
too
didn't know
drunk.
guys were bugging her. We would have hung out. We were trying to hang out with Nasha, but she was too worried about you.
Yeah, I was trash as hell, out of my mind. Someone pulled up there with a Jameson bottle and no one was drinking it. It was like, well, that's just not right. That's just not right. You
And
brought
I
this-
remember like we even ran back here.
Yeah, you know what? I know you guys tried because I'm pretty sure I was so drunk and I assured you.
Yeah, we were like, dude,
I
come
assured
with
you
us,
guys.
man. We're like, come
I
with us.
assured
We're
you,
like,
but it was all my fault. I think I just ended up sleeping at Sean's.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, like, fuck, I took the bus and slept on the bus and
Oh,
then
no.
ended up in Westwood. And then I had to go back the other way. It was like, wow. Like, I spent part of the. No, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that underground cyberpunk scene. It's
Oh my
it's getting
goodness.
real, man.
The-
It's
the-
exactly what, and that's the best part is it was exactly what you'd want it to be in the middle of like a pandemic.
Yeah.
It was like this is exactly what I wanted.
have all-
I wanted to be in underground techno parties, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know, just against the law. This is totally against the
Right.
law.
Like,
I mean, hold up. People were wearing their masks.
No, Halloween was lit though because like we even went to Cheers. We even went to the bar around the bar around the corner from our from our place is called it's called fucking Cheers. It's not called fucking Cheers, but it's called Cheers, which is
Yes,
cool.
We're very proud. We're
Where
very
everybody knows your name.
proud.
Yeah. And I've never been to Boston in the fall. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say yes. Sorry, that's what I was like. I had it planned in my head that I was gonna say it when like my intro. Was like I'm your host Terence, and I've never been. And
You need to start writing those down.
I
'Cause you
tried to write
planned
it down,
them.
but my pen was out of ink.
You have a jar full of
I
pens.
know, and I have like a surface that I
Mm.
don't care if I write on right here.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. But yeah, music in the
Yes.
Underground
pandemic.
cyberpunk scene. It's everything we wanted it to be.
It's
All right, I
like
mean,
the
see,
rise
all
of
right,
the
the
synth.
part is, that
Hold
wasn't
on,
even
how long have we been talking about this? Because we can move on. We have other
No,
topics.
we're still like 16.
That wasn't
minutes into
even
the
really,
show.
like,
I'm not gonna change it. Till
you guys
for another
just
4
went to
minutes.
after hours parties. Like, you guys never. I mean, there was a DJ there who did the cyberpunk kind of vibe. So maybe that was in the back room.
I mean, I think it
there
was
was 2 rooms.
It was more of the fact that it was underground parties during a pandemic that
Yeah.
made it a
the
cyberpunk
one.
vibe.
Remember the one that I DJ'd in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was more like EDM in the front room. That shit was like
Well,
shit was hella crowded.
well, again,
God damn.
Well, like I said, I think it was just the fact that like conditions were, society's on the verge of collapse. where
Yeah.
It just
Yeah,
that
just-
the whole vibe made it
just
seem
fuck it,
very
yeah.
like you're in a dystopian sci-fi movie.
Yeah. That was
Which
Might
was
as well
it,
party it up.
I don't want to say it was cool, but I'm pretty sure I already did.
Yeah, it was
It was
I'm not gonna lie,
fun.
it was cool.
No regrets.
That was like
But again, that was
those those 2
well,
nights.
and this was like before all the drama with the vaccine, so it was just young people like still being like, you can't fucking stop us,
It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
It was youth in revolt,
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of
even though everyone there was fucking 30.
Yeah,
20,
it was
20
very
somethings or late 20 somethings.
yeah, definitely
Okay, no, there was
you
a
had
few
to be
30s. That's
21 to
fine.
get in. It was very like auntie vibes, auntie and uncle vibes up in there.
Yeah, but everyone was cool though. Like everyone clearly came from like
Yeah.
youth party culture, which was obviously
Exactly.
And it was people
Just
that,
artists.
And again, like it was
There's
artists
a lot
that,
of
like,
there's a lot of industry people work there. I met someone there who offered me coke. But it turns out
a lot of people at those
a lot of people
places offered me
allergic to coke, but it turns out he's like he scores music for films and all
Why
this stuff
is-
like professionally and gets work and
Is music playing right now? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I hate iTunes is the worst sometimes.
Does that happen to you on your computer now?
It happens on my phone.
I clicked
sometimes,
nothing.
and
Like I
get
think my
enraged.
hand
It
was just hovering
infuriates
above the
me.
mouse for a moment, and then it
that's
happened.
great. We're talking about music. I hate when music plays
Right,
randomly.
I can't when music just comes on, just like in a musical, which I love musicals.
Oh, can we talk about music?
I mean, I'm sure Jordan would
Yeah.
like not to.
Yeah, no, we can talk about musicals.
mean-
you know what? We don't have enough time. We were trying to focus on like.
I think
the
it would be a
synths
good
and the
transition
80s.
into Valentine's Day, so we'll talk about musicals for now. Then we'll talk about the romance aspect, and we'll.
I see you say that, and all I can think now of is the South Park Broadway Bro Down.
Well, I mean, like the new season of South Park just came out,
Ugh.
so
It's so good.
we just,
It's so good. It's so real.
and
so,
there will have
so
there will
very,
have been a
very
new
good.
episode by now, another one. But right now we're just off the fresh episode of Pajama Day, and I like how we're like, oh, let's talk about Valentine's Day and more music. And it's like, well, let's talk about like South Park instead.
Musicals.
No, we don't need to.
The
talk
Book of
about
Mormon.
Repo Genetic Opera.
this.
Oh, that was like that. Speaking of good old cyberpunk party
Oh
days.
my goodness! Yeah.
So, like,
Gosh damn.
I'm
a-
like, well, okay, you
like-
know what? Let's just talk about Reaper
Yeah,
the Genetic
well-
Opera, just for the sake of, you know what?
Like I will
This
post
is
the
in
clip of us
tune.
talking about Repo the Genetic Op. Like this was like this clip's gonna get like.
I just just think about it because
Okay,
like I
fir-
randomly pass like Vermont and Sunset like all the time now.
First things first, I hate that video that all the celebrities did for My Sweet Lord by George Harrison that takes place in the Vista, because all of our memories of getting wasted as, in our youth, going to the Vista, seeing Repo the Genetic Opera, the best worst movie ever made. Like this is I was just appalled. No, those are my memories, not yours. Why does this keep playing?
Damn it.
Have you force quit it?
Yes, quit music. I just did that.
Okay.
But it came back on.
Bobby
Like
McGee
I,
over here.
Do you have like an extra
I-
like audio port opened?
what do you mean by that?
This is also a part of music, the
The
troubleshooting.
yeah, the trouble, the audio aspect. Like
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing when like doing
Uh,
any technical
yeah,
thing is the audio. Like
yeah. And then it turns out it's being so simple that like fucking
no,
feels
it's
so.
not simple.
Sometimes.
No, I've done tours and like
hold,
Oh,
the audio dude gets a whole day and the lighting guy gets
computer wise.
okay, hold up. So my good old professor went by it's always one button rule. That's the phrase. It's always
All right.
one button.
Well, your professor didn't do live shows.
Yeah.
Because
Like I'm saying,
it's
yeah.
not one
Okay.
I feel
fucking
like
button.
it's like computer. Yeah,
No,
computer. When it comes to a
That's
computer,
fair. That's fair. That's fair. He wasn't a studio engineer, so that was a little different. Which, yeah, in practice, that's usually what happens. But like, oh my goodness,
So like
I don't know what.
I don't want to knock this guy because he was a great professional. He's awesome at what he did. Pleasure to work with. So when I was at insert my last college, they hired a guy to come in and be the new audio head for their the tech the tech department for their for all the shows and events.
Right.
The guy was a studio engineer, but they brought him in to do live audio.
It is a very different.
So he
Yeah.
would
Beast.
sit there and like mix on his headphones the live performance that was happening, and I just like, you're not really doing much. Which again, I don't know how much how dope your headsets are is gonna translate to the acoustics of a. But again, if what you're picking up is the mic and the acoustics anyways from the entire building, then I guess you'll bump it up anyways. But again, it's just a different beast, and I just thought it was, again, the dude had much to teach and was really knowledgeable. But I just thought it was kind of interesting to like have to see someone with a studio engineering background.
wait. So he was doing it with headphones on?
Yeah,
What?
The live setting.
yeah, in a live setting during the performance.
What?
Well, that's also a testament to the way that they operated, because there was no way we were going to be able to like sit there and listen to,
Yeah.
because it was an orchestral
Yeah,
piece
yeah,
that
yeah,
lasted
okay.
like an
Okay.
hour. So there's no way we were going to be able to sound check it with like the way the whole system ran for the campus and
Yeah.
like the events.
So it's just, I guess.
So he sat there like and mixed it live, but again, it's like, why would you already got a generic mix that's gonna make it bump up the sound for an orchestral? Like, you're not gonna have to. But again, I don't know. I'm not a live studio. I've never really been more than like an A2, which anyone, a tech person watching that will know what that is. But I've never been more than really an audio assistant. Anyone that's ever let me run audio on a show really doesn't know anything about theater. The technical aspects, anyways, they're really forgiving and trusting. A lot of people have let me run sound on shows. It's like they've been really trusting, and I'm happy to say I've never like let anyone down hard. But like, and like, if there was an issue, it thankfully was not my fault. It was a freak occurrence.
That's just
But I mean, that's that business. That's
yeah.
live performance.
That's that's just how it is. That's what makes it all the fun
yeah.
of live performances. Like any the things that go wrong is just memorable as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes make the show,
Well,
and then you then completely fuck up. So
what was the thing we were just
We were talking about Repo the genetic opera, and you
Repo the
went on to
genetic
the
opera
Vista,
about the
and then you
Vista.
talked about.
God damn it!
Like,
Okay. So again, well, look, that's why I asked. I'm glad you remembered. We're back. Let's go back to Repo. Those memories,
These beers.
Cyberpunk.
I mean, that was. I think for us, it was. I would say that was probably the introduction to the cyberpunk
Genre for you?
genre for at least for me. I don't know about.
No, because I
you
was always
guys.
into sci-fi. So
Yeah, and a lot of like
like, I remember like my teacher, like I had a film class in high school, and my teacher made us watch Blade Runner, and I was like, yeah. Well, and here's the best part
He
is,
just make you watch the weirdest movies.
dude, he was
and
so
it's
cool.
like,
He was so cool. And we're sitting. I was like the only person sitting there watching it, being really into it because it's like it's Blade Runner. I was like,
Yeah.
this is dope. This is like.
A lot of animes kind of have that vibe
So
too.
this is the best part. So the next day, my teacher says, "Well, that maybe might have been a little intense for you guys, and like kind of a little bit much because it's a bunch of high schoolers that weren't really like into it and couldn't really appreciate it because you can't really appreciate Blade Runner until you're like in your mid-20s."
Yeah.
And hats off to like any teens that were like were hard into sci-fi and like could really enjoy. I mean, I was enjoying Blade Runner.
Yeah, I guess that's why they
So,
have.
but the movie he puts on to like instead of Blade Runner, because Blade Runner was like a bit much for us. He puts on fucking Apocalypse Now.
what?
Yeah, a goddamn Vietnam War movie.
This dude clearly didn't know what was appropriate.
I mean,
He just wanted to play.
I
movies.
had seen Apocalypse Now by that point.
He just wants to play movies he wanted to
Yeah,
watch.
just
He's like, fuck it.
it's like
It's like, oh yeah, I'm
These
gonna
are movies
reach into what the
oh.
school has. Oh, this is a good
He's
movie.
just
It's like,
sitting-
bro, you brought
he's
this
just
from
sitting-
home.
He's like, in reality, he's like, yeah, I actually went home and finished watching Blade Runner.
Yeah.
So let's just like start watching Apocalypse Now.
Yeah. Oh god. Well, still pretty cool. Just I'm watching school.
I just remember you were all the reason you convinced me to watch Repo was because you're like, there's some singer lady in it, some opera singer lady. I don't know who she is. It's fucking Sarah Brightman. I was like, yeah, I know who she is.
I don't know who that is. I just know freaking what's her name?
Alexa
Alexa
Vega.
Vega.
Alexa
Oh, no,
Vega.
You went through the rest of the cast
Fucking-
list, but
yeah,
I
Like
was,
Anthony Stewart Head
Paris
was in it. Like,
Hilton.
go see Repo the Genetic Opera.
it's very, very.
It's the worst, best movie you'll ever see.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Best worst movie or
it's-
worst best movie?
Best worst movie.
Best worst movie.
Because worst best movie would imply that the movie is actually good and has merits.
It's entertaining.
It's a movie with Paris Hilton in it.
It's very.
yeah,
it
and
is
she's
entertaining.
not bad in it. She's not bad in it at all.
It's genuinely like
It's very
she
enjoyable.
actually performs the role well. I will say that.
Yeah.
She does the character well.
The music is sensational.
It's
I
just
love the
it's
music.
really-
And that's just it. Is the music's good? Like it's such a like. And I'm someone that fucking reads comic books, and I'm like, this premise is just too like. This is too out there and far fetched. But it's slasher stuff, and I've never been into slasher.
Yeah,
out of all
no,
the
I've never been
slasher,
into
yeah,
the
it is
slasher
very-
genre.
It's very
much has
it's
the
very
slasher
entertaining
vibe
as
to
well
it.
as it's being shadow casted. So
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
no, and that was
so
it.
good,
The
shadow
Vista shows
casted.
that we'd go to, they were the Vista shows we went to. They were shadow casts, much like someone would do like about the Rocky Horror. That's the big one that everyone shadow casts.
yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Addicted to the Knife, the Shadowcast company.
Yeah.
Except when they like woke us all up because we were all too tired. From
Yeah,
our
like
date.
we were just we were wasted and we passed out at a show and we made the mistake of sitting like the second row. So they like woke us up by screaming in our faces. So we're like, okay, well we're never coming to a show again. And then like 8 months later they wound up shutting down. Or at least like leaving the Vista, I think.
That's all right.
Uh,
I'm sure they're still.
I'm
doing
sure
it
they're
somewhere.
still. I'm sure they're still like. I know they went to a different theater, and I guarantee you they're probably all still kicking it today. So, and
Times,
they
good
were all
times.
cool people aside from like that one incident where I was like, yeah, real cool. But at that point, we'd been going for like 2 years.
Yeah, you
we've
have to
been
go.
Like, it
going
was
for-
literally-
that was
It
our,
was literally like
our
our once a month like
tradition, our once a month
Yeah.
thing that we all did together.
yeah. And again, shout out to all those people that put that all together because that was a formative part of our of our early youth,
Yeah,
of our
Yeah.
early 20s.
yeah.
And got
shit.
other people involved in it. Bunch of
Yeah.
Yeah,
people
we
that
took a
never
bunch
seen
of
the
our. That was the
movie.
thing that we took people to. We took
Mhm.
our friends to go. Like when we
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
people, or like had a friend. Like you haven't done this with us yet. What are
Yeah,
you
you-
crazy,
Come
dude? This
on,
is
let's
awesome.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, shit.
like we hit up the McDonald's right there on was it Beverly or no? It's Broadway. It was Broadway.
Had to be Broadway. I don't. To be honest,
Yeah,
I
because
don't
it
know.
was Broadway. You drive up Broadway to. It was the McDonald's on Broadway.
So much has changed.
It's still there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
we
still
just
there.
it was cool. And then I
I remember.
I got super let down seeing like all those stupid celebrities like in the same spots where we used to like just post up and get wasted. And I was like, fuck this. And like I like My Sweet Lord.
They need to stop touching Beatles music. They're not worthy of it.
Yeah, like
None of them are.
no celebrity is worthy of being next to Beatles music.
That's no.
It's like I have Beatles albums and like I'm not gonna put them up. I'm saying it now. I'm like,
There are actual artists who do covers of Beatles music and they, put effort into it. Sorry, I'm just gonna see that fall.
Touching my beer.
I said was gonna fall. It's like right on the ledge. I'm sorry. It's my OCD kicking in.
okay, I lied. One day I'll do the Beatles albums, but like I have at least 4 to put up. I can put up Revolver, Abbey Road, Sergeant Pepper's, and
We need to expand the collection a
Magical
little bit.
Mystery
I mean, I
Tour.
know we've got a fair amount.
I
We're
got
going
my
through
favorite album. I'm fine.
it.
Is it the Ja Rule one?
No, I meant my favorite Beatles album.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Ja
on the wall.
rules on the wall for,
Okay.
Black History Month.
Ja Rules are representation for Black History Month.
For tonight.
For tonight, we'll
For
find
tonight.
some other ones.
Like you'll see, like next episode will have like Nat King Cole.
That's pretty good.
It's the Christmas album.
That's-
pretty.
It's the best out Nat King Cole album.
that is
It is the best Christmas album.
that
I would argue.
song is
Right.
really famous.
Chestnuts
You can't,
roasting by an
you
open
can't go
fire.
through a Christmas without hearing that song.
Jack Frost nipping. at
It's
your
the
nose.
And
quintessential.
yeah, exactly. It's timeless. So that's actually pretty. That is Black History.
I mean,
right there.
like that is like that. That's legit. Like one of my
Yeah.
favorite Christmas albums.
I'm pretty sure it's like so good. I'm pretty sure white people don't even know that's
I
a black
genuinely think. I think
Oh, they know.
guy.
I would say
They forget.
I would say
It's easy for them to forget.
It's easily in my top 5. I would even say it's
Yeah.
probably my number 1 favorite Christmas
Yeah,
album.
it
in
is.
terms of like actual Christmas albums.
Yeah.
Because the other ones are probably Mr. Hanky's Christmas album,
Oh my goodness.
and
It's-
one of
it's
them's
so
one of
funny,
them's
though. It's so
definitely
good.
Phil Spector wishes you a Merry Christmas.
God
Because
damn.
that's where like all of the best Christmas hits are from. Like
Shout out to Alhambra,
shout out to Alhambra and Phil
fucking
Spector
Phil
Mansion.
Spector's castle.
Yeah.
I live like that. I can see that shit from my mom's
that is
back.
every Alhambra
yard.
kid's dream to own that manor.
There,
To like someday grow up and have enough money to buy the Phil Spector
Right,
Manor, that
where-
just like that castle that overlooks this tiny little unassuming suburb.
Right, this tiny little mixed
It's
minority
Yeah.
on a
suburb.
hill.
Yeah.
It's got a wall with all
Yeah,
these
just,
beautiful
like,
gardens.
smoking weed next to it, going up, driving up there and smoking weed next to it. It's like crazy. It's pretty eerie.
It's got like it's like it has like creepy ass like trees.
It's a
surrounding it.
it's a straight up dome.
Yeah, like
It was his
it's-
fortress. It was his fortress of solitude.
It's crazy.
He much like Norman Rockwell, saw the.
oh my god, it did it again.
It really wants you to like hear whatever it is it's playing.
It's trying to play the theme song for my Vivacious segment, which I have. Well, one day you guys will we'll have a segment one day about how I'm just. You'll see one day how I'm freakishly good at fashion and character creators in video games.
He was pretty good.
Yeah,
It's a little annoying.
it's a
He'll
freakish
spend hours
talent.
on it.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun of making your own character in a video game.
Yeah, I've never made a character that resembles someone from Repo the Genetic Opera, the movie that we should.
Oh my
that
god!
we-
I mean,
we-
let's get-
we can
you know
literally
what?
we
we
can-
can just pass.
We
by
can,
this.
yeah,
we can stop
no,
talking
we're like
about
a
that.
34 minutes in. We can go to our next topic.
I'm
now.
like,
We
well,
can-
I know you wanted to put together a little cup, but we'll have to do that another day. Like, we're clearly not like.
No, I
it
don't
just
care.
got
It's-
mentioned in.
No, it's
can-
we
we
legit talked about it for like enough 10 minutes. And
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we went
we-
on like
we-
a tangent.
So
Yeah.
what Valentine's
Valentine's
Day?
Day.
That was the-
Valentine's Day is coming up because this episode will be released on the 12th and Valentine's Day is the 14th. Now, Jordan is the only one here that will be celebrating Valentine's Day.
Yes, happy Single Awareness Day,
Or
everyone
will
else.
you?
I will, and I'm thinking about will I have to do it twice?
Well, I was
Like,
gonna
for
say
how-
That's such
well,
a
like,
problem.
for,
No,
for
my-
how many
so-
people?
my question was gonna be like, well, like, are you gonna have to like have Valentine's Day with like some other guy's wife?
No, I've moved on. I'm literally just a 2 woman guy right now. That's pretty much like been enough for me. Right?
Statistically, most American males should be.
Yeah, and same with women. You know, just
Women
get on.
outnumber the men. It's not wrong right now. The numbers don't lie.
But
Get yourselves 2 girlfriends.
but
Ladies, if you want that same deal, go to Alaska.
I don't even know what plans are, but I feel like it's probably just
Really, you don't have no plans?
no.
Not even like gifts or
What
nothing.
plans are you supposed to make in California right now?
Oh my goodness, I know. But
This is
but they're
restaurants.
both backs. So
Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
not
we
an
can go to
issue.
restaurants. So I'm just thinking like I can come up with a restaurant idea like pretty quick.
That means like I'd imagine it's still gonna be busy. You're still gonna have to make like reservations and all
Maybe,
that.
maybe.
See, that's the huge like deterrent on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
the deterrent.
Well, obviously like other things, but I'm just like I'm laughing because I got
I feel
caught
like
off. I got caught off mid thought or sentence because I just had a thought about him. One of the Valentine's days that we had to experience with mom and dad.
This is gifts. You know, I feel
Oh,
Let's not talk about that.
yeah. No, I don't want to expose
that
those
sound. Yeah, that sounds.
as.
It was fun. It was entertaining. It wasn't.
Have you ever had to help your mom get back into a house while she was just like absolutely drunk?
No.
Yeah, then that's the short version. I'm not gonna get into more than that.
Yeah, I don't think my mom's been drunk around me, but not that drunk.
Oh my god, the song, it's doing it again. Dude, this is
It wants to be heard. It wants to be seen.
But definitely not when I'm young. I'm feeling like my mom's more comfortable.
Oh no, we were older. We were
Okay.
we were adults.
Okay, all right. Cause I feel like my mom's only more comfortable about being drunk around me now that I'm older.
Well, our mother hardly ever gets drunk. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't drink.
Yeah, you know,
So-
like now I'm thinking about it, it's like that seems
I would
pretty.
like, again, like, let's not get too much into it.
Yes. let's move on. Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is the subject.
We get into tangents, but you know, like my plans for Valentine's Day is like, it's just a lot is like happening right now, so it's not. I'm not
Oh
too
right,
sure.
that's what I was gonna. We were gonna. Okay, that's what I was. We were also gonna do with Valentine's Day. I was gonna segue into hentai.
No.
That's what we said we were gonna do.
Yeah, it is,
yeah,
but
we
we
love
haven't even
hentai.
like.
But yeah,
like,
you know, I feel like
well, Jordan says he doesn't know, so
I feel like
I mean, that's
I feel like dinner and a gift should be fine.
Roses, flowers.
Yeah,
It doesn't have
roses.
to be
But it
roses.
doesn't even have to be roses.
It
like,
doesn't always have
see,
to be
flowers is
roses,
kinda
guys.
like-
It doesn't have to be roses.
yeah, they're gonna like die, and maybe like it's probably easier.
I
to
mean,
see.
I'd
Okay, I had
imagine.
a coworker that was like, he's like refused to get his lady flowers because he's like, no, they're just gonna die. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why would I get?
Well,
spend
I'd
money on
imagine
that?
like
But
I'd
'cause,
imagine
like-
over roses, like, you know, just her favorite flower would be the better.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
is the
absolutely.
something like
preferred.
that, or just like, yeah, both. Yeah, both the people I'm seeing.
You were the one
They
that was like,
like-
I want
they
the
both
I
like
want the
plants,
big I
so-
want the big box of chocolate.
I do. I want the
Yeah.
big heart-shaped box of chocolates, but it has to be like good chocolate. Can't be no Whitman's. I'm sorry, Whitman's, but
So,
like
you're like, I only want that Ghirardelli heart box.
the Godiva, the Lindt, the Ferrero Rocher, the slightly expensive. Yeah, no. Caesar's good,
So
What?
I'm just gonna leave it open.
You can get that.
and just pause it.
Yep.
You can just get that
Yeah,
shit with
that'll
like
work.
EBT.
Oh my god, I am like killing my computer right now. I have like Word open right now. Jesus.
Oh,
God damn it!
jeez Louise.
Yeah.
All that big chocolate shit, you can just get that shit with EBT. You know, it ain't even fucking. It's not even that big of a deal.
Jewelry's nice, but like that
So-
can get expensive.
Both people I'm seeing, they're both into plants, so I can probably just get them a very nice potted plant
Yeah,
for them to
you
take
could do
care of,
that if it's
so.
gonna like you can get one that's gonna flower.
Nah,
Yeah.
you can be
Or
like lazy
bloom.
and just get them like a succulent.
Succulent or just like a house plant, like a snake plant is good. There's a lot of different house plants that don't really need that much sunlight, and you just as long as you water it.
Spider plants.
Yeah, it's a certain yeah.
That's unlike
I'm not gonna
succulent.
get
Yeah, it's
into
like,
it.
You know,
Yeah, but succulents need sun. Like, you know, you gotta keep them in the sun pretty much. Like, if they don't get enough sun, they probably just, You can just overwater them. But I
We're
don't
in California. I think it's gonna be hard to get sun.
yeah, but you want a plant that you can put at the window that you can look at, not that you're gonna just have outside and you only see when you're leaving and shit. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, it depends. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have an easy Valentine Day. It's really just all the gestures. It doesn't just matter at the end of the day. And then my only advice for Valentine's Day, though, for just get them underwear. Get them a pack of underwear. Thongs, something. It doesn't have to be like lingerie and something you want to see in. Just get them a whole pack, or like you can throw that in there.
Just like the white cotton Hanes.
No. Okay, no.
Hey,
Something,
those white cotton Hanes are
something a little,
comfortable.
something a little sexy. Just briefs, variety pack. I literally like bought Nasha like a variety pack, and then it was like the best like gift ever because it's just it had like thongs, it had like briefs, it had like all these other stuff, and it's just all sexy. It wasn't just plain. So
This song just wants to be played right now.
honestly, that's probably not a Valentine's Day gift, but it is a good gift. I'm pretty sure just the chocolates and the
Okay, so
flowers is
hold on.
just
I want to
good.
pose this question to you guys since we're on the Valentine's Day topic.
Yeah.
Because somebody asked this question. Well, I was having a discussion with my coworkers the other day. What do you get guys for Valentine's Day? Like, what do guys want for Valentine's Day? Because guys want to be treated, special too.
Blowjobs.
See that? Okay, I made the joke. I'm like, well, you guys only want one thing for Valentine's Day, but like all the guys in the office got offended. So,
Mm.
Well, like,
because like one of them was like, oh, I want clothes, I want shoes, I want nice things.
Bullshit.
No.
Bullshit. They're trying. Those are
See,
those
like-
guys are femme. Those are not those.
Yeah, like fucking. I don't see Valentine's Day as a day to like cash out on like fucking.
It's like I ain't trying to get a gift for my girl.
It's
if my
not-
girl's not providing everything, then it's me that's providing.
Yeah, they're
and,
making
like,
it. They're making it sound like it's another Christmas. Like what the fuck?
The fuck? I don't know. Like, what is this Epiphany? I don't know. Like, it's
Yeah.
not my birthday. Just like I want.
It could be like I don't know. All I can think of is like maybe just like cologne that you like, a scent that you like that you would want me to wear more.
What
Just
were what were all these commercials and movies for?
something that I can like. If it's something I'm gonna wear, it's something that you're gonna like see me in, not something that I want, that I've been wanting. Like I don't know, just like maybe it's just like a sexy shirt you want to see me in, maybe sexy underwear you want to see me in. So that's
I
that's
don't know.
not all I,
mean,
would
like
want.
honestly, like on the real,
It's not
probably
something to
I just
cash
would
out.
probably want to like actually also enjoy the dinner that I had that night. If like
Yeah,
if that was on the table, which again, like if you're in a good healthy relationship, you're gonna have a nice time together anyway.
exactly.
And again, it's just what's one more night that makes it any
Yeah,
other.
it doesn't have to be all out.
I mean,
like-
everyone likes an
yeah.
excuse to like go out and have fun. So like that's really all it is. Is just make sure you have fun that night.
It's
Whatever.
like really
Fucking
just
go hiking. Go park up in the mountains and look at the fucking stars. Like
yeah.
anything. Like as long as you're, you haven't. If you have, I mean, again, it's a commercial holiday where they're just trying to sell you
Yeah.
fucking chocolate.
Exactly.
So
And it should be just as simple as
Yeah.
that, just chocolate and flowers.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Fucking don't buy me a
Giant
whole.
stuffed teddy bears.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
exactly like that. If like just here's the stereotype gifts. Like I don't like. Like when you Halloween, no one expects anything more than what's expected on Halloween.
Yeah,
Dress your house up a bit. Some people can go all out, but no one thinks that that's weird.
yeah,
And fucking go trick or treating. Like if you like actually like kill people in fucking serial killer fashion on Halloween, that's the above and beyond. But like, it's like just have
yeah,
a good time.
yeah. It's really just like having a good time. I don't know, like the way you make it seemed like yeah, these guys just trying to make it seem like it's just another excuse, like to cash out on like what. Like
I mean,
I
in
don't
all
want.
fairness, like I was born 9 months after Valentine's Day, so do with that what you will.
Yeah, it's just like
And
Yeah, it's
do with that what
really
you will with
just-
all Scorpios and people born in November.
Yeah.
it's just like maybe a special dinner, fucking sex me up. That's like pretty much all like guys want. Maybe just a little something. Like I'm not new shoes, like a fuck. And like I don't know, just like I
You
don't
trying to get them Nike? You trying to get some new kicks on?
yeah,
Valentine's
like
Day?
some new kicks on Valentine's Day. Like wow, like it's like yeah, trying to get like cash in on Christmas or birthday gift or something like that. Again, that's
Everyone
too
likes
much.
presents.
Everyone likes presents, but it doesn't have to be on Valentine's Day. Like, what the hell? Wait till the birthday or Christmas time.
Yeah,
damn
like
it.
again, like the chocolates are gonna get eaten and the flowers are gonna die.
Yeah.
It's not like you're
Yeah.
getting anything that's gonna last unless like
Unless you're getting them that diamond.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless like you're gonna propose on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And like if you're
Tennis
proposing on
bracelets have diamonds too.
It's-
Earrings.
yeah, okay, but like it's
Necklaces.
I don't know, like if you're doing like really nice gifts on Valentine's Day, you've been dating a while.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
You've been dating like at least like it's like your third year if you're getting nice gifts for each other on Valentine's Day. Like your first Valentine's Day, you're just gonna go out and like, oh, this is fun. Your second one, you're like, oh shit, we're like on our second one. Let's try and
Yeah.
do something like a little nicer than last year.
Mhm.
Your third one, like you're gonna like that's when I think you're gonna start like getting each other like actual gifts that are gonna last, other than just having like a nice evening out and chocolates and flowers. I think that was a little more insightful than like.
Yeah.
I'm like, part of me is even like, I don't know. I think 3 years is still like too soon. For,
I mean,
like,
I'm not.
the nice
I'm not
gifts.
saying like nice gifts. I'm just saying just like kind of like gifts in general.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Okay.
Mhm.
But again, like like if it's Valentine's Day, it's probably gonna. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like a nice gift, but like it's probably gonna be along the lines of like jewelry, and it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be like a it doesn't have to be a diamond tennis bracelet. It could be like a little simple chain necklace, earrings,
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Stuff.
just stuff. It's just simple.
pearls. Pearls are still
Oh, pearls are very nice.
timeless.
They're
Pearls
they're
are
coming
very
back.
classic.
But yeah, like at the end of the day, yeah, it's just you just gotta have a good time. It's more about spending. It's more of the thought. You're thinking about this person, so you want to spend your day with this person. You want to maybe like make a nice dinner.
You want to simp out.
Yeah, you want to simp out. Whatever that means. Whatever that means. Yeah, not simp out.
It's like,
We're not.
is it Valentine's Day or Simp Day?
Yeah, we're gonna use that. We're gonna use that word right. Simping.
Right, it's the one day of the year it's okay to simp.
Yeah. Simping is really more like not getting anything in return, and that's not like sexual. It's more like reciprocated love. You can send. Yeah, simping is more like not non-reciprocal, but you're still.
So it's the one day of the year you can change that S to a P.
Pampification?
Pimpin'.
No. See, man, that's even stronger.
But like if you're going out on that night,
that's 100. Simp is one.
If you're spending that $1 to get the
Yeah.
No.
Stop.
See, no, that's tricking. It's not simping. That's okay. Whatever. All right, let's not even talk about.
the $1 on the dinner.
Stop it.
That's not. Yeah.
Stop it. I'm telling you.
You should. You
Okay,
should
Stop
want.
it.
$1.
You should. You should want. Yeah. You should want to just spend the money for the time. Nothing in return.
Well, I'm not saying,
What was
like-
the last thing we wanted to talk about?
I know there was a third topic I was really hoping you remembered. It was music, Valentine's Day. Oh, Lincoln, February.
Was it really? We were
Yeah, it was
really gonna.
Lincoln. It was Lincoln in February.
I thought
I suggested
Jordan
we not
Vita-
talk. We're not gonna talk about a
I'm
white
like,
guy.
there's no way it was that. It had to have been
I
something
know
else.
it was Lincoln. That was it. It was that or the hentai, which we never got to the
We
hentai.
never got to the hentai.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since I just talked about President Lincoln, the 15th president of our country,
Was it 16?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, me neither.
It was,
I told you we
I'm
should
gonna
talk about
I don't
guy.
care. He's dead.
I'm gonna.
I don't care, and he doesn't care either.
We learned it was jammed in our heads at school.
I always think 15th because he was on the $5 bill.
16th.
Yeah,
So there you go. Let's blame what's
the school system.
I was gonna say the Federal Reserve, our money system.
Fucking
Because
who's on the
who's on the
dime?
no one knows. On the dime, I think it's Roosevelt.
And what president was he? What number?
Roosevelt.
He wasn't the 10th.
I don't know. Again, we don't. I don't think there's an
And he's
obligation.
also Lincoln's also on the penny.
There's like no obligation for us to remember the numbers.
Roosevelt
like-
was the 32nd,
I was gonna say like 37th.
and and to be even more clear, it's Franklin D. Roosevelt,
Not Teddy.
not Teddy.
Wait, we didn't give Teddy. That makes sense. Franklin had more terms, right? Teddy was a badass though.
Let me find it.
Franklin was FDR had the 3 terms, right?
Yeah, the Rough Riders. Wasn't the Rough
No,
Riders?
that was Teddy.
Yeah, I was talking about
Yeah,
Teddy.
Teddy was the badass.
Yeah.
Teddy
If
was
you want
Teddy was a
badass.
fucking
Teddy
alpha.
was,
I mean, it was
hardcore.
fucking-
Teddy was the
yo.
one where like they were like he
I
died.
wouldn't say badass. I would say he was hardcore. He
Yeah,
fucked up shit that he did. But
he died in his sleep, and the quote was death had to have taken him in his sleep because he would if it was he was alive he would have gone fighting
damn.
because Teddy Roosevelt was a fucking badass.
Yes.
Yeah, what other president would run in with his horses, his horsemen, and kill a bunch of Filipinos?
I mean, what was it the Spanish American War?
I think so. Yeah.
And like that was like Spain, I think, right?
Yeah, Spain. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy to think
They,
that like
they
America
occupied.
and,
They
like, fucking-
occupied the Philippines, so yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, that makes
Spanish.
sense. Yeah. That's generally probably like the like I know Teddy Roosevelt's a badass, but like that's probably the conflict in like American history I know the
Mhm.
least about.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yes, he did.
I like how
yeah.
we were like, oh, let's talk about Lincoln, and then like we've been talking
it-
about
it's-
Teddy.
Yeah, let's talk about someone more
Let's talk about the
badass.
Roosevelts.
Fucking boring ass
Yes.
fucking
What the
Lincoln.
fuck? Lincoln, what the fuck? Let's talk
Lincoln,
about a badass. Let's
Pussy
talk
ass
about-
got shot in the
it's
theater.
like fucking Robin Williams didn't play fucking Abraham Lincoln. He played fucking Roosevelt.
Oh god, but yeah.
Yes, he was. He did serve 3 terms.
Oh god damn. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the closest we ever got to a dictator, and he was like, "No, I can't do this." No,
Well,
fucking,
he died.
Yeah, he died. He polio. No, he didn't. He had polio. He was the one in the wheelchair.
Oh damn. See, I thought we were talking about Teddy.
No.
Yeah.
Teddy died.
Polio Rehabilitation Center in Florida. That's where he was.
You think? I thought you
That
were
was
talking about
in-
Teddy
Yeah,
being the dictator.
No,
No.
It was FDR.
It was FDR.
Oh.
Which again, it was only on the merits of him actually being. But again, that was not even. That was because fucking World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because World War II was happening, and then we had Dwight D. Eisenhower. Ike. I like Ike.
I like Ike. You like Ike. Everybody likes Ike. Actually, no. We had Truman.
Oh, Harry S. Truman. Yeah.
But he's-
It is really hard to remember every American
Oh
president.
yeah,
Well,
true.
yeah.
They.
there's
I remember
few.
Because
watching
yeah.
old ass Looney Tune cartoons, and there was some ant war going on, and then one of the ants looked like Truman. It was pretty funny. There's a lot of
Was it Truman or Patton?
no, it's Truman.
Okay.
Definitely was a Patton.
Well, because like Patton was the general, the one that like. put
Yeah,
all
but
the
not.
imagery
But it
with,
was
the
like the
flag
ant
and-
was
'cause
talking
that
like
was
this.
like the movie.
The ant was talking like this, had glasses, and had like a.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You
All right.
know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Preamp, fucking presidents. Yeah, fuck Lincoln. We
Let's
talked
not
about.
talk about Lincoln. Let's talk about Lincoln Logs.
Is it gonna be wait? But
You know,
it's gonna be President's Day, isn't it?
some eventually. Yeah.
Isn't
we
that?
already-
Isn't
did we
that in
have that?
February?
Yeah, it is in February. I
Or-
think it's like the 21st or something.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the 21st.
So there you
Monday,
go.
February 21st.
There.
Hey, yay on me for remembering an obscure holiday.
Yeah, there you go. So we can talk about all the presidents we want.
Yeah. February is technically the President's Month.
Yeah.
And it's the presidential month, and it's Black History Month, which is.
Black
So then I
history.
guess we should talk about Obama. I'd rather not.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about Obama.
Okay.
Wait,
Let's not talk about
It's
Obama.
gonna. We still
I mean,
have a whole other
it
show
was cool.
before
It was cool that it happened, but it's just like whatever shit.
I remember.
I mean,
I remember in 2000.
that was in our youth, and those were fun times.
I remember being like, "What is?" I remember like looking someone in the eye, and they're like, "He's black, man." And I was like, "So what? Like, we should like
Yeah.
him just because he's black?" And the dude looked me dead in the eye. I was like, well, "Yeah," and I was like,
Yeah, I mean, like,
that was
that's
Obama was like a big crystallizing like political moment for me.
it was. That even
Because
happened
it wasn't even like that like
when I
we
went to
didn't
family
like him. It was
gatherings,
just
like,
Yeah,
when
it's
I
not.
talked to like yeah, my old like play cousins and everything, they was like, oh yeah, we got a black president. You're like, so it's like not like shit's gonna change. And
Yeah,
shit.
it's like
Yeah,
it's like
that
it's still
was
the
kinda like,
president.
yeah.
Like I don't
It
like.
was like, yeah, it was just like, all right, it's cool, and we partied and sell T-shirts and all that shit, and bought the T-shirts, and then now it's just and then it faded.
Same shit, different day.
But like I'm not gonna say like I hated it or anything. It was just like it was same shit, different day. I was just older, and I'm like
Well, and,
those years,
We
yeah.
still went into
Those
wars.
years were like those years were like pretty fun.
Well, and like I think we were spoiled growing up in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like everyone was like, oh, well, like now like a black person's president, anyone can like we grew up in the 90s, and we're like,
and we're in California.
you didn't have to make like a big deal about it. Like we felt like we could have just been exactly. We grew up in the 90s in California.
Yeah.
Like, why was this a big deal?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's,
Like it could have just been a footnote on like his actual like, but instead you sat there and marketed it the whole time and
yeah. Oh man, it was great.
and
man.
yeah.
The hood did great, man. Selling all them T-shirts.
I mean, it was a crazy time. It was
It was a time to be alive. People.
we were all in high school at the time. I was
Yeah.
yeah. I would have been a sophomore, so we were all high school at the time.
I was in my senior year, and I was in. Was it the?
That would have been your senior
I was
year
in.
then,
I was
too,
in
huh?
government.
No, I was
he was
junior.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have a December birthday.
Yeah.
Because I had a government class or what was it? Poli sci American government. It was American
As
government.
American government.
Yeah, that was election was a big topic coming up because you know how the media always
It's the
gets when
election.
it's the election.
Well, not just is like I remember all the elections before being like I don't remember them being big deals, but I remember like Bush versus Gore kind of being highlighted in my youth, and then what was it? And then it was Bush on the second term, and that was really under the radar growing up, like Bush's second term. But I think that's because we had like the whole war on terror, so like.
Wait, who did Bush run against his first term?
His first
Was-
term, he ran against Al Gore, and then there was
I
the
thought it
whole
was-
like Florida thing, and
Then who was it the second term?
Kerry.
Oh,
John
okay,
Kerry.
yeah, I remember it. Oh,
It was John
yeah.
Kerry reporting for
Damn.
duty.
I remember that year. I remember that day when I found out because I went to like Cal State Long Beach for a field trip, and then everyone was. Now I think about it, everyone was bummed that day. All the college students were bummed that day.
They're college students. They're just
Yeah,
you never realize how it is until you're a poor kid
It's
that
like-
goes to a college.
Yeah,
and
because
you're
like
Yeah.
it's
oh
like
my
when you're a
God,
poor kid that goes to a college, it's like you guys are just have no concept of like because you'll see like even like just middle class like people like
Mm.
zero concept of like
uh,
just hard fucking work.
Yeah,
Just like
I mean, that's like a lot of fucking people today. Or
I
just,
mean,
like,
again,
young
like
people today.
I know what hard work is like. That's why I don't like it. It's like I know what hard work entails. That's why I don't like. Oh shit, we're already at 59 minutes.
yeah, we've been going for.
We
I
can-
mean, like, yeah, I know what hard work is, and then there's work that's not hard, and then still there's some people who fucking can't do it, and it fucking baffles me.
Yeah, and it's like that. And that's just it. It's like I can do it, but like, and again, hard work it comes in so many different ways. It just comes in
Yeah.
drive. It doesn't have to necessarily be hard labor. It's just like drive and commitment to do shit.
Yeah, and even certain shit like that, fucking just like people don't have anymore.
Well, yeah. I don't. we're at the end of our episode. We'll get into this in another episode too.
Yeah.
I feel like we did all right. This was a fun one.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber's coming up.
Elimination Chamber's coming up. Yes.
Throw a little some wrestling in there. A little wrestling.
So yeah, Elimination Chamber next week from this episode. 1 week from today.
That was quick.
So
God damn, Royal Rumble just happened.
Are we gonna live stream that one, or are we gonna?
no,
Because that'd be early in the morning.
it'll be early in the morning. So
God damn it.
yeah, so
Cereal. We're gonna have cereal for.
so it's gonna be we might even just like record the episode right after and then just drop it like
What day is it?
Saturday the 19th.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
I never
talk
get
about
schedule on Saturday.
yeah
I'm
we'll
good.
we'll talk
I'll
about
have
the
weekend off.
logistics.
I'm scheduled.
This has been a good show. My co-hosts again. We had Anika here on screen for the second time. We had Jordan here for. I think you've been in every episode. No, you'll
Almost
have
every
missed an
Almost
episode
every-
now.
Yeah. I missed
So-
one.
Yeah. So, toodaloo. This has been the Kind of Late Show. Thank you very much, and like, comment, subscribe, and we're now on Rumble as well.
Yes,
as
follow
well
us
as-
on the social medias.
Yeah, follow us on the social
Instagram.
medias, Instagram, YouTube, all of it.
Do we have a Twitter?
We do have a Twitter.
Oh yes.
We
okay.
actually do have a
What?
yeah. The show is a Twitter.
Do we have a Facebook?
We do not have a Facebook.
We should probably get.
We should look into that.
Well, there'll be one set up by the time this one airs. Good night.
Yeah,
Good night.